Great to see everyone. Brought your whole campaign team out.
Maybe. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to start with the land acknowledgement. Campbellford Memorial Hospital is grateful to serve an area that for thousands of years has been and continues to be home for many Indigenous people. These lands and waters were shared generously with settlers by the Michisaugig, Mississauga, Chippewa, and Anishinaabe nations in what's known as the Gunshot Treaty Lands of 1787, 1788, and Treaty 20, signed in 1818. These agreements led to the Williams Treaty of 1923 and most recently the Settlement Agreement of 2018. Today we are all treaty people as we were in the past and as we will be in the future. We offer our gratitude to Indigenous nations and their knowledge keepers for their continued care of these lands and for the medicines, the teachings, and the ceremonies that promote health and healing and well-being. We also acknowledge our collective responsibility for guardianship of the earth and the water to ensure their sustainability for generations to come. May we honor and respect these teachings as we serve the community. I'm Carrie Hayward. I'm the chair of the board of Campbellford Memorial Hospital, and it is an honor to welcome our distinguished guests, clinicians, our board, our foundation, and all of our community members, as well as the media here today. As we mark an exciting and highly anticipated milestone in the long life of Campbellford Memorial Hospital, today is not just the start of a new chapter, it's the result of years of steadfast work, persistent advocacy, and staunch belief in a future of excellent and modern healthcare in our region. Today's announcement of a planning grant for hospital redevelopment is the recognition of our collective efforts. On behalf of the board, thank you to the Government of Ontario, Premier Ford, Minister Jones, who couldn't be here today, and of course, Minister Piccini, for recognizing the urgency and potential of our redevelopment project. MPP Piccini, I want to specifically acknowledge your unwavering dedication, determination, and passion in securing approval of this grant, keeping our critical community needs front and foremost in the minds of your cabinet colleagues and the Premier almost every single day for the last 7 years.
100%.
Your leadership your leadership has shone through every step of the way. We're also grateful for the exceptional support and ongoing advocacy of our other MPPs, especially Rick Brise, our local municipal and county councils, and Alderville First Nation, whose residents use and work in this hospital. Of course, there are so many others to thank who've helped make this dream a reality. I'd like to commend our board of directors, past and present, a dedicated group of volunteers who've worked tirelessly to make today possible, as well as our current and past chief executive officers and staff who've developed and delivered submissions and presentations documenting the health needs and capital requirements for a new facility. And I must mention the CMH Foundation, its CEO John, and all of its current and former board members who've profiled our community needs and laid the groundwork. They've laid the groundwork for our future fundraising requirements. Much appreciation goes to our community members for their unwavering support and never, ever giving up on the dream of a new modern hospital. In particular, I must reiterate the exceptional generosity of Jim Curl and his family.
Here.
Through their donation of land in the perfect location to realize our future campus of care. And finally, and most importantly, thank you to the staff and the physicians at Campbellford Memorial Hospital for your enduring hope and perseverance, and a new future is within our grasp. As a board, our job is to think long-term, to ensure we're always planning ahead. We need to always be we need to be planning ahead, not just for today's needs, but for the realities of tomorrow and generations to come. That's why redevelopment has long been our top strategic priority. We know the road ahead is going to be long and hard. It will require patience, persistence, and partnerships. This grant gives us the green light to move forward with purpose and with confidence that our community's vision for redevelopment is not just necessary but achievable. Today marks the beginning of a new phase of hard work. This will be the largest and most expensive infrastructure project our community has ever undertaken. It's going to take all hands on deck approach to see it to completion. We are up for that task, and it takes on new meaning for us today. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce our CEO, Jeff Hohenkirk.
Thank you, Carrie, not only for the great speech, but for your leadership, your guidance, and your support as a board chair, but most recently, your valuable redevelopment knowledge. Are you sure you're retired? Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'm honored to be here as your CEO of Campbellford Memorial Hospital and a proud member of this community. I'm not going to repeat all the great compliments Carrie has just mentioned about MPP Piccini. However, I do want to acknowledge MPP Piccini's remarkable track record of support in our community. David, every time we reached out for help, you've shown up, and more importantly, you delivered. Whether it was securing the new HVAC, done, a much-needed generator, done, bringing Minister Jones for a tour, done, coordinating a meet and greet with Minister of Long-Term Care, done, and arranging a critical meeting with Premier, done. And Premier, I've had the honor of meeting you now on 4 separate occasions. On every occasion, you gave me your time, you've listened sincerely, and you made it clear that you would commit to doing everything possible to support our community. And at the end of every meeting I had with the Premier, he left me with a powerful message. David is your man. Well, today is proof. Thank you, David. Premier, thank you for your leadership, your support, and believing in the importance of investing in our region. We are beyond grateful. And David, once again, thank you for your tireless advocacy and for always delivering on your promises. This is a milestone for our community, and it would not have been possible without both of you. Today's announcement is more than just a celebration for a future building. It's about building a future. The current hospital has served us well for 71 years, but it's time to imagine what care could and should look like for the next generation. A new hospital is not just a new building, it's a health system reset. It means a modern infrastructure, enhanced infection control, energy efficiency, and technology to deliver safe, high-quality care. It also means we will design large enough rooms where we can actually remove our visiting hours because of limited space. Could you imagine inviting caregivers and families to be part of the circle of care? It also means attracting and retaining skilled professionals who deserve to work in our facilities that reflect the level of care they provide. It also means attracting more nurse practitioners and doctors to expand the much-needed primary care services in our area. In addition, this also means better outcomes for patients by addressing ER pressures, ALC volumes, fewer transfers, and shorter wait times. This is about reimagining future, better care close to home, right here in our region. Thank you. What truly sets our plan apart is our vision for a campus of care. We are not just building a hospital, we are building a health and wellness world hub in the entire region. Picture this: a site where emergency services, day surgery, primary care, long-term care, affordable housing, assisted living, community care support services, mental health, and aging at home supports, all connected. It's about care that wraps around the people, not the other way around. It's about aging in place, about dignity, about ensuring rural residents don't have to leave their community to get the care that they need. It's about building a stronger and more integrated healthcare system whereby hospital services are integrated into the community wherever possible. We will now be able to alleviate the pressures on our neighboring hospitals so they can focus on more complex care needs. This is about more services, better coordination across the region. Let's not forget that this also is a regional economic driver. This new hospital and campus of care will create jobs during construction and long after. It will bring professionals, families, energy to our community. And it will foster partnerships across education, training, housing, and innovation. We are excited to formalize our first partnership on a campus of care with Omni Long-Term Care as part of this journey. Together, we are building the future. This investment will not only transform and save lives for generations to come, it will advance our shared commitment to community-driven care, supporting Ontarians to age at home where it matters most. Premier, MPP Piccini, municipal leaders, healthcare partners, staff, volunteers, and most importantly, you, our community, thank you for your support, your belief in this community, and your commitment to building a stronger, more sustainable health system for all. Together, we will build more than a hospital. We will be building a future. Thank you. I'd like to call up Martha Hunt.
Hello, everyone. My name is Martha Hunt, and I am the chair of the foundation at the hospital. And what an incredible moment for all of us to be here today. I can't express how thrilled the foundation board, our dedicated team, and our loyal donors are to see the vision of a new hospital, part of a campus of care, moving closer to reality. Premier Ford and MPP Piccini, on behalf of the patients and the families across Northumberland, Peterborough, and Hastings counties, thank you for believing in our community hospital. Your support reflects a deep understanding of the vital role rural health care plays in Ontario. Today marks an exciting and important step forward, one that brings us closer to improving health care right here where we live. As the hospital staff and leadership move ahead with the next phase of planning, the foundation will take on the responsibility of raising the community's share of funding for this ambitious project. This is a challenge that we've been preparing for many years, and we are united by a passion for this project. With the continued support of our generous donors, including municipal partners, we are confident that we will reach our fundraising goal. This is more than just a project. This is an investment in the health of future generations, and we are committed to success. Thank you for believing in us. And I would like to introduce Mayor Bob Crate.
Morning. Exciting times. It's a great day for Trent Hills, and on behalf of my council, which is my council is all here, dispersed out amongst the people. Our CAO came. It shows importance, and I bring regrets from my deputy mayor, who is covering for me at County Council. Today's a great day in Trent Hills. On behalf of council and the community, I want to say thank you and congratulations to everyone who helped get us to this milestone today. There were numerous letters of support, and I'm sure David, Minister Piccini, can attest to the high volume of emails and calls to his office in Queen's Park. The new campus of care means so much to the future of Trent Hills. It will mean new jobs and opportunities for years to come as the new hospital is built and serves our community. A new facility will assist in the challenge of recruiting new physicians and health care providers to our community, and the presence of CMH is often one of the main reasons that newcomers choose to move to Trent Hills, and a new facility will only enhance that incentive to live here. We know that we still have a long road ahead, but today we can celebrate the hard work and dedication that helped us to reach this point of the journey. And once again, a thank you to the province, Premier Ford, for supporting our vision and ensuring the future of care close to home, and congratulations to the entire CMH team. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor Crate, and thank you all for being here today. I'm privileged to be joined here by my colleagues Rick and Tyler. We're a real team at Queen's Park, and Premier Ford, thank you for once again coming to Campbellford. More to say in a moment, but I just want to tell a story that exemplifies our community. In the pandemic, in 2020 or about, I stood for a statement in the legislature. You're allowed to do that before question period. And I told a story during the pandemic when everyone was staying at home and children in particular were so greatly affected. And I told the story of Castleton Sports Club. When all the arenas were shutting down, they built more ice outside. Volunteers coming to step up for our community in a very difficult time. And I remember the Premier turning around and saying to me, they really did that? Jeff and Stacy and the team at Castleton Sports Club to lay those additional arenas, and then he called them. And I can think of no group that better exemplifies just figuring it out in difficult times than this team here at Campbellford Memorial Hospital. Time in and time out, they step up to put patients first. And they do it with remarkable compassion, empathy, dignity, giving dignity to the residents here. And I am just so grateful and privileged and honored to serve this community and all of you. I want to say this was an idea in 2018 when we kicked off our campaign just here in Campbellford. And Tina said, you got to have an office here. And we did. And it was an idea at the time. And today, that idea is reality. 80 years to the day when we introduced our budget, 80 years earlier, Campbellford Hospital was formally founded. In the wake of VE Day, or Victory in Europe Day, this community said, we're going to come together and we're going to start a hospital. It was a 2-bed home. 80 years later, to the very day, we committed in Budget 2025 to build a brand new hospital here that's going to serve this community for the next 80 years and beyond, delivering better care closer to home. And the community spoke loud and clear. In the last election, we had difficult conversations at the door, and you challenged me. And I know for many of you, it's like, Dave, just build the bloody hospital. Excuse my language. You said, do it, and you challenged me, but more importantly, you told stories. You told stories of staff. You told stories that we heard from many of the nurses today. You were born here. This is your community. This is our community, and we're proud of it. And some of those conversations weren't easy, but you challenged me, and you showed up, and I showed up as well. And together, we wrote letters, we advocated, and we advocated to a premier who listened. I know many of you had your own calls personally responded to by Premier Ford, and he's always made time for rural Ontario. I think back to my why I ran. I very much felt rural Ontario was being left behind, and I remember Mayor Crate at our first Roma meeting, which is where all the mayors come to Ottawa and advocate for things. He spoke about the need for a new rec center and the need for a new hospital. Well, we made a promise after 10 years to deliver the rec center. Promise made, promise kept. We made a promise to deliver new infrastructure funding so this council could build more homes. Promise made and promise kept. To the primary care team just across the road, nurse practitioners, I think to Sam and Laura, who've always challenged me, but always done so, bringing me the facts. And always challenging me to do better as your MPP. We made a promise to expand primary care teams, and we delivered here in Trent Hills. And then when I continued to bring this up to the Premier and he listened to residents in our community, I remember just a few weeks ago he called and said, "David, you're getting that new hospital and I'm coming to Campbellford again." And we couldn't have done it without this Premier's leadership. And it's a chocolate. He's come for the chocolate, and we're sending him home with Dewar's Donuts as well. And this community stepped up, and it wouldn't be possible without you. Today is for all of you, for the businesses, for the foundation, the Doctor's Cook-Off. I can't wait. I've never missed a meal and don't plan to, and Doctor's Cook-Off I highly recommend. To Carrie and Kevin before her, who have always stepped up and so remarkably led the team and the board. To Jeff, the professionalism you've brought, the leadership you've brought. You've put forward briefing notes. You've left no stone unturned, meeting with my colleagues, never missing an opportunity. I know some people may think, why all of those meetings? But we never left a single stone unturned when it came to advocating for this hospital, and it starts with real leadership, and you have it here. To Eric, who's here, who advocated and officially got this stuff kicked off with a submission to Ontario Health. Thank you for being here. To John, your text messages never stop, but I'm glad they don't stop. And they finished. And the last one said you did it, but we did it, John. And I can't thank you enough for your leadership. And Martha, thank you. We have a tough road ahead to raise our community share, but I know this community is going to do it. And as I look out, I see people who I know are going to step up. So thank you to community members who are here, who are going to support this hospital. Last but not least, to Jim. Jim, we stood in your farm field just a year and a bit ago, and you made a challenge. You said, "You're not getting the land unless we get a planning grant." And I'm glad he did it. Jim, to you and your family, thank you. Today, we stand here united by the promise and opportunity this hospital will bring to our community, inspired not just by the remarkable care this place provides our community, but the remarkable new models of care that this new campus will offer us for decades to come. And the remarkable people, current, past, and future, who've brought this building to life. I'm proud to serve this community. I'm proud to be from rural Ontario, and it's because of all of you, the people who make this not just a home, but a community. We did it. Congratulations, everyone. And now I'm pleased to introduce Premier Ford, who's never forgotten about Campbellford, been here more than I think any premier in modern history. And I'm glad to have you here once again to announce this very special day for our community. Premier?
Boy, well, good morning, everyone. You know, I was excited last night about coming here. I got more excited coming here because you come into rural Ontario and such a close-knit community. Everyone knows everyone. Everyone sticks together. And this wouldn't happen without each and every one of you. And it's great to be here in beautiful Campbellford. Now, we have a connection, the Fords in Campbellford. We must. My mother's maiden name is Campbell. My dad's Ford, so we put that together. No, but growing up, we always used to talk about Campbell and Ford. But anyways, that's a little background. And, you know, I can't say enough about David, but I'm going to say a lot about David. I use David, and you can ask our colleagues, Rick and Tyler. I use David as an example. We have 80 members. They're sitting in a room. And I always tell them, you want to learn about customer service. You want to learn about taking care of your communities. I say it over and over again, every meeting that we have. You don't get votes down at Queen's Park. You get votes on taking care of your community, answering people's calls, going to people's houses, building hospitals, community centers. And David, you're just an example of excellence. And he has been on me like a gorilla every single day for, I think it's been 8 years he's been on to me. But anyways, yeah, I remember the call last week, and I was just so excited to call David and tell him that we're going to move forward. But as David said, you know, and he's a very modest guy. He really is, and very humble. It's the community that put this together. It's the leadership of the hospital. I also want to thank Jeff and Carrie and John as well as Martha, all of you, the entire team at Campbellford Memorial Hospital, for all the incredible work you're doing each day. I want to make sure that our great healthcare folks right behind me, they get the credit. They're the ones that show up every single day, no matter if it's the doctors or the nurses, and the great nurses up there that weren't able to come down here. Yeah. You know, that's what makes a community. They're incredible. The two nurses, as David said, were actually born here. So that's incredible. Isn't it amazing? Born here, works here, and then going to be working in the new hospital. Mayor Crate, thank you for your leadership. And thank you to all the local leaders for the work you've done to create this announcement. And all of this is only possible because of someone who really cares about the community, has been here forever. I think you've been here before Moses, they told me, Jim. But Jim, thank you for your contribution. You know, hospitals don't get built without philanthropists like yourself and communities pitching in. And thank you for the gift of 48 acres. And I can't wait to come back here when we're cutting the ribbons. So Jim, thank you again. Thank you. It's greatly appreciated. I can't help it. I love that hat. Canada's not for sale. Canada will never be the 51st state. And Canada will never be for sale. We gotta get everyone one of those hats. Boy, my friends, last week we presented our government's latest budget, our plan to protect Ontario. It's a plan to build a strong, competitive economy by cutting red tape, attracting investments, building infrastructure, and making Ontario the best place to create jobs and do business right in the G7. We're better than anyone in the G7 to create the environment and conditions for companies to come and open businesses here and live here. We're doing this because it's the best way to protect Ontario. You kept hearing me say that, I'm going to protect Ontario. Well, we're protecting Ontario. You know, in the face of President Trump's tariffs and whatever other challenges we may come our way. I'll tell you a little story. As we were going through this, as we were being attacked and economic war was declared on us by President Trump, and it's not the American people, it's President Trump. You know, Peter, our great finance minister, came to me and said, Doug, we can do two things here. We can do what we did in the pandemic. We spend a little more and we'll balance, you know, in a year or two, or actually 2 years. We're going to balance this year in 2026, the year coming, or we can wait one more year. But if I balance, I'm going to have to stop. I'm going to start cutting. I said, oh my goodness, don't cut anything. We have never cut anything in government, ever. We've increased the spending year after year after year. And I said, Peter, there's one thing you don't do is cut infrastructure projects, no matter if it's the hospitals or the schools or the roads and the highways and the bridges. That would be an absolute disaster. So he said, absolutely, we're going to invest. And that's what we call it, investing into communities, into infrastructure, over $222 billion across Ontario. So Peter did an incredible budget, and it was all based on protecting people, protecting communities, protecting jobs, protecting businesses right across this province. And I just want to thank Peter for doing an incredible job on our budget. We know that a strong competitive economy is the basis for all the social programs that the people of Ontario are counting on. I always say when it comes to healthcare or education, as I mentioned, infrastructure, it's one thing, only one thing that keeps all this moving. It's our economy. Without our economy, without those dollars coming in, we wouldn't be able to even stand there. And we've seen over $70 billion more in investment in our province since we've taken office, because we've created that climate by never raising a tax. We've never raised a tax. We will never raise a tax. We do it through economic growth. That includes the health care. which is why we're investing, these are big numbers here, $60 billion to build and upgrade more than 50 major hospitals across Ontario. It's the largest spend in Canadian history, but we're going to make sure that all 50 regions, all 50 hospitals either get a new hospital or an addition to a hospital. We're also investing $2.1 billion to connect everyone in the province to a family doctor or primary care team as part of our primary care action plan, which is being developed under the leadership of Dr. Jane Philpott. And anyone who knows Jane, she is the right person to get things done, and she's doing it. And today, I'm so pleased to announce that these investments include $2.5 million to support the early planning for a new Campbellford Memorial Hospital. I know David's plan all along. I've come here a few times. He brings me, you get a big guy like me, you get to his heart through his stomach, right? You've all heard that. So he brings me to the chocolate factory, and that was game over. I was wolfing those chocolates down like anything. But anyways, once completed, this state-of-the-art facility will replace the current outdated hospital and will better serve the growing community here in Northumberland County. Not only that, the new CMH will be part of a rural hub for healthcare, linking hospital treatment to outpatient support services, building a campus of care, that's my favorite word, campus of care, to meet the needs of the areas, and a lot of seniors live here, to focus on them, to make sure they're taken care of. They're the folks that built the community. They're the ones we need to take care of. And I know, Jeff, you rattled through all the things that we'll be doing here. It's absolutely amazing, actually. Folks, I'm just so proud to say this new campus of care is going to make a real difference. It's going to include a brand new 128-bed long-term care home, which is so important. And folks, I got to tell you, I hate calling them beds. You go into a long-term care home and tell someone that's their bed, it's their home. They move from their home, and it's a home. And so we're going to create 128 more homes for seniors. A medical building with offices and health services, and 50 affordable barrier-free housing units built for the people who need them most. We're also investing in the Trent Hills Family Health Team, so the team can offer longer hours, more staff members, and more services to Campbellford region. In addition to this, we're launching the largest expansion of Ontario's medical education in more than a decade, pairing those new schools with programs meant to help students planning to practice family medicine. So when we came into office, there was no medical schools being built. Actually, they cut medical seats, as the docs know, the previous guys there. And so they cut them, and I thought, this is crazy. We're the fastest growing region in North America. We saw 800,000 people come to our province last year. We're growing faster than Florida and Texas combined. We need to start building. So sure enough, we started building, and we're adding medical seats in every single medical school, and no matter if it's TMU that we're building a brand new medical school, or York University or U of T, or up north, and adding seats in Ottawa and London, right across the region. That's what we need to do. Some of the staggering figures I'm going to give you, because do you know what we don't do a good enough job, our government? We don't do a good enough job about promoting what we have done in healthcare. It's absolutely staggering. Over 100,000 new nurses have been registered. Think of that. 100,000 new nurses have been registered. 30,000 nursing students are in school right now. We're paying for all their schooling. 16,000 new doctors that we're paying for the docs to go to school now. We're making sure, which I'm a massive fan of, nurse practitioners, paying for their education, paying for paramedics education, and we're pouring, this is the latest budget numbers, and I know when I talk billions, but it's $91 billion we spend on healthcare right now. And I always, and people like Jeff and their teams and across the province, they always say through technology, through the people, through new infrastructure, we can deliver healthcare in a different fashion. more efficient fashion. I can't wait to see that happen here, Jeff. And we're opening up new community and diagnostic surgical centers right across the province. So there's no more waiting for surgical. I'll tell you three things that people measure healthcare. And I know there's a lot more to healthcare, but I've mentioned this, Jeff. People measure healthcare in three ways. Do I have a family doc? So Dr. Jane Philpott's taking care of that. How long is it going to take to get my backlog surgery? We're doing that with more surgical clinics around the community. And the last one is when I show up to the emergency department, how long has it taken me to get in and see the doc? So those are the three major things. We're tackling all three. We're pouring endless amounts of money into that. And we're just going to continue investing into our people and into the infrastructure and technology. We need to get more surgeries done faster, and we're empowering our pharmacists to prescribe certain common medications so doctors have more time to spend with their patients. I'll just explain that. Over 2 million just common ailments, you get to go into your pharmacist and get a prescription. That's 2 million less doctor visits that you have to go to free up their time. Those are big numbers. Matter of fact, I think it's closer to 2.5, but I'll say 2 million for now. And as always, you'll be able to access care through your OHIP card, never ever your credit card. As long as I'm Premier, it will always be your OHIP card, never your credit card. Folks, we're strengthening our world-class healthcare system is a vital part of our plan to protect Ontario. It's a plan to protect our economy, our workers, and the services we all rely on. And I'm just so pleased to be able to share this great announcement today. And I love this community. I have to come back a few more times to visit number one, the hospital, the chocolate factory. I'll pop in there too. But I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank the community. I want to thank the team at the hospital and David and Jim and our team. You're all champions. Thank you very much, and may God bless the people of Ontario. Thank you.